Hi, welcome to Back 40 Auto Works. My name's Jeremy. My friends call me Styles, among other things. I can't mention them all here, but some of them are pretty good. This is a channel about me working on old cars myself, sometimes with help from friends and my kids, and trying to do best I can do with very little knowledge and even less money. Which is the whole basis of the channel is let's see what happens. I try to expose rumors and stuff that I hear about this works with this and this works with that and find out whether it does or doesn't, and so you guys can see me screw up and not do the same. Anyway, we're out in the shop cleaning up today. I realize it don't look a whole lot different. Spent 4 hours last night. I'm going to go back at it again for the day today. I know I'm making progress because I found some 10 mil sockets. And you know what they're like, they're gone. Which was what happened. I set them down and I can't find them anymore. Anyway, so we're doing that because we got to get back at the Buick. I know, broken record. We're going to get back at the Buick. I say it all the time. Yeah, I'm sorry. Stuff happens. But we are. So I'm spending this weekend getting my shop ready so I can go back at it. Going to throw out some stuff, which is probably going to make me cry. And hide some stuff and move some stuff down to the candy van and whatever we can do. But before we do that, we picked up a new rig because, you know, it's only been a couple months. We should buy something else. No. My son's going to be driving a year and a half. He's 15 now. We have a graduated licensing program here, so we had to find him something. Now, I didn't intend to find him something this close or this soon, but something did kind of more or less fall in our lap, so we picked it up. So let me show you what we drug home. Here she is, 2008 Ford Ranger. Not too bad a shape, not perfect. She definitely needs some loving. A little bit of body rust. It's really not terrible. Some there, some at the bottom of the doors, which is common, especially for an Easton rig. A little bit of the back by the back wheel, and again down by the bottom of the door. You might have to do a little bit of patchwork on that door. And it needs floors in a bad way. Well, I think that's the good side. Yep. Driver's side's not so great. Yeah, that's a lot more movement than we should have. You know, PEI truck, whatever. She was cheap. We're happy with it. She came with 4 really good studded tires, which is great because she's going to need them. Because she's 3-liter 2-wheel drive. Now, most people only want Rangers that are 4-wheel drive, or trucks in general that are 4-wheel drive. I've driven a lot of 2-wheel drive rigs over the years. It's not that bad. So I feel it's a good lesson for the boy, too, to learn how to handle a rig and what a rig will do. Not that it's any kind of a powerhouse by any means, but you all know truck and 2-wheel drive will break loose pretty easy in the winter. So the plan is to put some weight in the back of it and keep these studded tires. We'll pick up some summer tires for when he starts driving, because he will be driving, I think, in June when he puts it on the road, I believe. So, yeah, and I like the 3-liter. I think they're a great engine. I had 3 Rangers myself. 2 of them had 3 liters, and I never ever had an issue with an engine. I have other issues with Rangers, but they're Rangers, you know. They're not perfect. Anyway, this one does not run at the moment because the fluids are drained out of it. She was at the scrapyard and on her way to get crushed. The fellow runs the place said, "Oh, hold on, guys. She's in too good a shape. We'll just put her down." And then they called me and said, "Hey, want a truck?" So I said, "Yeah, probably." So anyway, there are some things we need to replace. We need to put converters back on because, again, she was on her way to the crusher. Needs a steering rack. That's the big one. So that's going to be fun. But we'll figure it out. I don't think it'll be too terrible. Alternator is seized. Another reason we don't want to start it. And when they drain the fluids, they cut the transmission pan and just kind of drop the tranny fluid out of it. So now I got to weld up the pan. But that's easy. Cheap fix. We can do that. So that brings up an issue. Something I should probably mention. A lot of people say to me, "Why do you buy your kids junk all the time?" Well, that's what I can afford to do, for starters. I can't afford to buy them anything really super nice. I wish I could. If I could, I certainly would. But the other side of the coin is they're driving a piece of junk. They got to help me fix it. I usually pay for the car. They pay for the parts, if they can, and they pay for the insurance. And it's usually something that we have to work together to fix, to get on the road. So start with, you can spend time with them. They get to develop a sense of their own achievement and stuff like that. And this piece of junk in the yard they worked for, they put together, they helped Daddy fix it, stuff like that. So it means more to them. And they naturally are more inclined to watch the gauges, check things out. If they hear a noise that the rig makes all of a sudden, they think, hey, is that expensive noise? Before they just turn up the radio and drown it out, And when they get out on their own, start buying their own rigs and stuff like that, they'll naturally look at things like rocker panels and floorboards and check transmissions and stuff like that. So that's why I do it. And gives them a good sense of what things are really worth, because let's face it, new cars are priced way, way too high. I've been at dealerships for the past 25 years, so I know, yeah, they're not worth the money. Anyway, and the other side of the coin is, since about 15 or 16, it's my opinion that quality's taken a huge drop in every one of them, every single one of them. But there are a few older rigs around that everybody knows are decent cars. Honda Civics, Toyota Corollas, Rangers are one, I believe Caravans are one, and there's more to the list, I know that. So that's why we do what we do. That's more than my parents were able to do for me. So yeah, I buy the car, they help me fix it. They have a sense of accomplishment. They got some old piece of crap on the road, and they're looking after it. They're more aware of what's going on with it because of that. And that's why. I do hope when they get older, they can have nicer rigs. And they probably will. Or they'll be like their dad, who's stuck on Marketplace 24/7 because I have a problem. But admitting it's the first step. That's as far as that goes, though. Overall, though, it's a pretty good looking unit. Not a tremendous amount of bodywork. I'm told that box was replaced with a Southern box, which is a big help here. I don't know if he's going to leave it red. That's up to him. I kind of like the flat black it, because that's just kind of fool him. I think flat black looks good on almost everything. And it's cheap. That's important. Has a beautiful tailgate on it, rust free. You don't see that too often. And she don't have anything you don't need. She's got a heater and a radio. Perfect. Automatic transmission, power locks, nope, not even power locks. The old manual windows that don't ever break. Now that I said that, they'll break. And overall, she's not even too dirty. So, 252,000 kilometers, I think, on it. Which is, I'm not sure in miles, maybe about 180,000 miles. Does that sound right? I'm not sure. That's her. One more for the pile. Should point out that I found my bench. It's only been almost a year, but look at that. I can even see the bottom of it. Holy smokes. A couple more hours, should be cleaned up. So that is where we're at today. It's a short video, unfortunately, but it is something, because I want to do something, because I really appreciate everybody watching. It means a lot to me, and especially those who come back. I know I'm not one of the big wigs. I don't have the knowledge that they have Advice Group guys, Bad Chad, and Sleeper Dude, and all those guys. I love them all guys too. I watch it myself because I'm like you guys. I need to learn something. So anyway, that's us for this week. Really short, sweet, I guess. Just to keep you in tune with what's going on. We are cleaning up the shop again. Not sure if you can tell, but hey, I couldn't walk through here before, and I can now. We're making headway. So throwing some stuff out, like I said, but that hurts. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, hopefully be back with a better video very soon. Probably next week, because I think we should be able to tear into this thing tomorrow night, maybe. Yeah. Have a good one.